I'm Danny Valancourt, and this is Overthinking It. It's a show where I take pop culture or nerdy things and kind of, overthink them. Today we're going to be talking about No Country for Old Men. Now, I really like this movie, but every time I bring it up or want to talk about it with other people, occasionally I'll get that response like, oh, I hated that movie. Didn't have any kind of ending to it. Or, you didn't get to see Josh Brolin die. It's a crappy movie. Everybody's got their opinion. I truly think that it is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Coen brothers movie, I love them, so maybe there's a little bit of viewer bias there, but I think it's a really great movie. So I kind of wondered, why do some people dislike this movie so much? And I think the problem most people have with it is the fact that they don't know who the main character is. It's very easy to think that Josh Brolin's character is the main character of the movie. A lot of the movie follows him and his actions. But the real main character is Tommy Lee Jones's character. Now, you might say, how do you know that? Or why would you think that? Josh Brolin is on screen for pretty much most of the movie, if not almost all of it. The camera follows him and his actions pretty much for most of the movie as well. So why would you think Tommy Lee Jones is the main character? Let's look at the structure of the movie. And that usually can tell you or help you determine who the main character is. Now, the movie opens with a voiceover by Tommy Lee Jones. And in that voiceover, he explains who his character is, what his past is, what he does, and how he got to the point where the movie starts. Next, we have the introduction of Javier Bardem's character, Antoine Chigurh. After that, we have Josh Brolin's character introduced. Out of 4 major characters, Josh Brolin's character isn't introduced until 3rd. And then after that, we have Woody Harrelson's character introduced. Now, that takes us to about the middle of the movie. And after that, we have each one of those major characters taken out in reverse order that they were brought in. First character to be taken out of the movie is Woody Harrelson's character. Then Josh Brolin's character is taken out of the movie. Then we have Javier Bardem's character taken out. And finally, we are left with Tommy Lee Jones' character for the last few scenes. Tommy Lee Jones's character bookends the movie. Now this shows us who the main character is. And that's why Josh Brolin, his death scene, isn't included in the movie. Because it's not really important to the theme of the movie. We're actually following Tommy Lee Jones's character through this movie. And that's why, for that final death scene, we see it through Tommy Lee Jones's eyes. He comes upon that death of Josh Brolin's character as a witness after the event has happened. And that brings us to the theme of the movie itself. Because, as the title says, the movie is about America being no country for old men. Tommy Lee Jones in this movie is a warrior. If you kind of look back at archetypes. He's a police officer. His life has been based around being one of society's peacekeepers. And the other members of his family, who were also peacekeepers, died much earlier than he did. This is shown by the scene where he goes and talks to his uncle, and they have a discussion about other members of their family who are also police officers or sheriffs that were killed in the line of duty. And Tommy Lee Jones can see in his uncle's situation that after a certain point, the world leaves them behind. It's a young man's world out there. And after a certain point, they no longer can interact with the world as they once did. They don't understand it because the younger warriors are taking their place and playing by a new set of rules that they don't quite understand. This kind of parallels the idea from ancient cultures where older warriors would, at a certain point, shave their heads and then go to the temples, become monks, because their place in warrior society has faded, and now they move on to a new profession. But as we see in that final scene with Tommy Lee Jones, he retires. He's no longer a warrior. But in this country, there is no place for an old warrior. Now he just sits by himself as time ticks by, which is accentuated by the fact that the only sound during that last monologue is the clicking of the clock in the background. And that's what I believe is being said by the movie itself, that as we age and the younger generation takes over, we are left to just sit and while away time. So, that was my idea of what's going on in No Country for Old Men. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please press the like button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. And if you had any ideas of what's going on in the movie that you thought was interesting and you would like to talk about, go ahead and write down what you were thinking in the comments. I know there might be some people that write down a comment saying, oh, I'm overthinking it, but, well, that's why I named the show what I named it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.